Hello, hello, hello. You're listening to Music Marketing Club podcast, where we bring you ideas, strategies, and guests with knowledge that can help independent musicians build more fan base that become loyal followers, and also for musicians to make profit from their music and creativity on the internet. Here at With You Music, our goal is to be instrumental in your musical success. So, for this first episode, I'm going to give you a backstory on who I am, what I've experienced, where I'm at, and why you should keep tuning in to see where we are going with this show. You see, there was a time when I was a musician and homeless, working in Starbucks and sofa surfing from my friends' houses. During that time, I was also recording songs and releasing mixtapes. I had some on dapef.com, some on iTunes at the time, and other mixtape channels, and of course, I also sold some physical CD copies too. So I really lived a struggling musician lifestyle too. I also had a girlfriend at the time who was my supervisor that I worked with in Starbucks. She was a good woman. After some months of being together, she raised the discussion of getting a place together. So long story short, we decided to go for a place together and we rented a studio flat in London. At the time, I still had dreams of being a successful musician that earns a lot of money for each verse they record. But in reality, I was struggling. I released songs and mixtapes and only a few people will engage with it, whether it was online or in the real world. But I would receive good reviews on the mixtapes or the songs from those that actually listened. Then one day it hit me that it meant I had to learn how to promote my music so more people can discover and listen to them. One problem though, I was still broke. I couldn't afford to buy adverts and magazines or posters on buses, TVs, or other places like musicians with record deals could. I mean, I couldn't afford anything else after the rent was paid. At the time, I went to work in some slip-on shoes that I bought from Primark. 3 months after moving into the studio flat, our bags were still unpacked. No TV, no furniture, just the sofa bed that came with the place. Things then started to become a burden on me. I felt like, as a man, I was failing to provide my woman the bare minimum essentials to make her house our home. I had no money to treat her or go on dates, and my music wasn't reaching more people, and people weren't buying either. I would go out to meet friends and I wouldn't eat because I wasn't hungry, but really it's because I couldn't afford to eat. I felt depressed with all this going on. She broke up with me and decided to leave the country to go live back home. I felt like a failure, but I kept going to work. I then started having writer's block every time I would sit to write. I lost the passion to record music. I mean, it sounds so cliche saying this, but in fact, I didn't know what I was going to do in my life. Then as if by chance, something amazing happened. I saw a video advert on YouTube about how to be successful selling things online. The person talked about how if your goal is to make $100,000 a year, let's say, what you need to do is break it down into something like if your product 1 costs $10, for example, and product 2 costs $100, for example, then what you do is divide $100,000 by $10, which is 10,000 product sales for product 1 in 1 year, or 834 product sales in a month over the course of 12 months. For product 2, you divide $100,000 by 100, which is 1,000 products for 1 year, or 84 product sales per month over the course of 12 months. And that concept blew my mind. I then had the epiphany, if I sell tickets to shows, album sales, merchandise, and then divide them up into small monthly goals like you showed me, I could do it too. My thoughts after this exciting way of looking at earning money for myself seemed possible. I felt like I could do it. I was the best salesperson at Starbucks and I knew I was decent at selling. But working there, I knew selling and marketing goes hand in hand, and marketing can make selling easier, which means if I knew how to market the product or my music, selling them would be easier. So I decided the plan was to get myself together and feeling positive again. Also, start learning how to do marketing, especially music and on the internet, so I could sell music and other things online. I still had to deal with depression, finding a place to live on my own again, and the challenge of learning this marketing thing. In the end, I bought lots of books and audio programs on personal development, books, audio programs, online courses, and even mentored on marketing. I also then enrolled onto university to study business management and marketing. And then I enrolled onto master's degree to further study digital marketing. That allowed me to become well-knowledge and informed about marketing and how to make it work, which meant I could sell products and services well on the internet. In the end, I was able to work for 2 marketing agencies and rebuild my life back together again and help others achieve their goals of selling their products or their services online, and also teach some of them how to market their products and services or music without spending tens or thousands of dollars or pounds on university and the time spent on it. In the end, all of this means I can help you get your music on online streaming stores without spending money on it, and to also market it properly, reach more people, fans and listeners without spending your monthly wages on it or taking out loans in order to be able to make a living from your music on the internet. So stay tuned for the up and coming episodes.